For years, we were told that once you pass 50, energy fades and intimate well-being quietly disappears. But modern wellness science says something very different. The body keeps an extraordinary potential for vitality, waiting for the right signals to awaken it. Today, I'm here as a wellness educator, clear, practical, and respectful, to guide you through safer self-care for men 50+, and to show you the 3 risks you can skip to protect your circulation, your sensitivity, and your peace of mind. No explicit language, no hype. Just a calm, science-informed roadmap to feel confident in your own body again. Let's begin by breaking a stubborn myth. Age is not a shutdown switch. Maturity is not an exit ramp from intimacy or vitality. In fact, the mature body often responds better to steady habits than to impulsive intensity. That's good news, because steady habits are under your control. The purpose of this video is simple and direct: to offer a safe, discreet routine you can use on your own, and to highlight 3 common mistakes that quietly drain your comfort, confidence, and long-term well-being. Here's the real-world challenge many men describe after 50. Circulation slows when we sit for long hours, when we skip movement breaks, or when we're stressed. Skin can become drier. Sensations may feel different than before. Some of us are on medications for blood pressure, mood, sleep, or cholesterol. Great tools when needed, but they can influence arousal, blood flow, or muscle tone. And then there is the hidden pressure of rushing, trying to perform, trying to copy what worked a decade ago, trying to force a result with brute strength. Rushing is a quiet saboteur of sensitivity and safety. It narrows attention, it tightens the jaw and pelvic floor, and it pushes the body into a tug-of-war instead of a conversation. Another everyday obstacle is dry friction. It feels simple in the moment, but it punishes the skin and dulls sensitivity over time. Add in heavy hand pressure, a collapsed posture, and held breath, and you create the perfect recipe for numbness, irritation, and a nervous system that stops listening. The good news is that you don't need complex techniques or expensive gadgets. You need a kind routine, a few smart choices, and the discipline to give your body a respectful environment. I'll share a natural, repeatable ritual I call the 7-step safety and vitality routine. It is not a trick. It's a quiet sequence that prepares your body, protects your skin, and regulates your system so that your intimate well-being can express itself without strain. After the ritual, I'll outline the 3 risks you can skip altogether. Every idea here is fresh and focused. No filler, no repetition. So you can listen like an audiobook and apply it tonight. Step 1. Your internal traffic light, 2 minutes. Before anything else, read your body like a dashboard. Think green, yellow, red. Green means your breath is steady, your hands are warm, your mind is present without tension. Yellow means your shoulders are tight, your jaw clenched, your breath shallow, your hands cool. Red means warning signs: dizziness, pelvic pain, irregular pounding in your chest, numbness. Green? Continue. Yellow? Pause for 2 minutes of slow breathing until you feel your shoulders drop and your belly soften. Red? Stop and choose rest and water. If concerning signs persist, that's your cue to speak with a professional. This tiny check prevents the majority of overexertion. It isn't timidity, it's intelligent self-care. Step 2. Hydration and nitric oxide support, 5 to 30 minutes before. Blood flow loves small, consistent gestures. Sip a glass of water slowly to support your circulating volume. If earlier in the day you ate foods friendly to microcirculation, beet, arugula, pomegranate, or a square of dark cocoa, you've encouraged nitric oxide availability, the body's own signal to gently open vessels and improve flow. You don't need lab equipment. You just need regular meals that include greens, colorful fruit, and quality cocoa. Better circulation equals more dependable response and less uncomfortable congestion. Step 3. Diaphragmatic breathing, 90 seconds. Place one hand on your belly, one on your chest. Inhale through your nose so the belly hand rises first. Exhale slowly and fully. Do 3 to 5 cycles, 6 to 8 seconds per phase. Why does this matter? Because breath is the remote control for your nervous system. Diaphragmatic breathing massages the pelvic area from within, reduces the fight or flight surge that tightens the perineum, and expands your tolerance for sensation without effort. A calm nervous system perceives more with less force. Step 4. Vascular and joint warm-up, 2 to 3 minutes. This is a quiet warm-up, not a workout. Roll your ankles. Circle your hips gently. Shake your hands until they feel warm. Sit on a surface that doesn't compress the perineum, a folded towel or a soft cushion, and find a tall spine, neutral pelvis, soft neck. Warming up wakes up your receptors and invites blood to where you want it. It's the difference between a receptive tissue and a braced, resistant tissue. Step 5. Skincare and friction safety. Choose your lubricant. Dry friction is never a badge of strength. It's an assault on sensitivity. Protect your skin with a product designed for intimate areas. If you want longer glide, silicone-based options reduce friction for more time. If easy cleanup is your priority, water-based choices are excellent. Avoid household oils or random creams. They can irritate skin or damage barrier integrity. Lubrication is not a crutch. It's hygiene of contact. It's how you say to your skin, "I respect you." Step 6. Cadence, pressure, and intelligent pauses. Here's the choreography of safety. Favor light to moderate pressure with a smooth, consistent rhythm. Every short while, pause to shake out your hand, relax your shoulders, and take one deep breath. Switch angles or hands occasionally to avoid overloading one patch of skin or compressing the pudendal nerve. If you want more intensity, increase cadence slightly or change the stroke pattern, but do not squeeze harder. Force does not make up for poor circulation or poor preparation. It makes them worse. Step 7. Recovery and closing, 2 minutes. After finishing, anchor a gentle landing. Take 3 deep breaths. Rinse with warm water and pat dry. No rubbing. Do 2 or 3 soft pelvic contractions for 1 second as if you were stopping a stream of urine, then release and a brief hip stretch. Sip water again. This small ritual returns your circulation to baseline and tells your nervous system that the experience was safe from beginning to end. Confidence grows when your body learns that you will always land the plane smoothly. That's your ritual. Now, here are the 3 risks you can skip entirely and feel better for it. Risk 1. Dry friction and excessive grip. The skin of your intimate area is like the skin of your eyelids or lips, built for fine sensation, not sanding. Dry friction damages the top layers, creates micro tears, and can leave you with burning or paradoxical hypersensitivity. Heavy gripping compresses small vessels and nerves, inviting temporary numbness. How to skip it? Lubricate from the start, choose a gentle hold, and use brief pauses. If you crave more, adjust your rhythm or angle, not your force. Protect sensation today to preserve responsiveness tomorrow. Risk 2. Misuse of constriction rings or vacuum devices. These tools can belong in therapeutic plans when properly indicated and fitted, but casual, unguided use often leads to excessive pressure, discoloration, numbness, and unnecessary congestion. A ring that's too tight, left on too long, turns a wellness practice into a problem-creating device. How to skip it? If you don't have a clear purpose and guidance, avoid them. If you decide to experiment anyway, prioritize correct sizing, short time frames, lubrication, and a strict stop rule at the first sign of tingling, pain, or color change. Circulation is your treasure. Guard it. Risk 3. Ignoring cardiovascular signals and pushing through. After 50, many of us have days with fatigue, fever, or unusual stress. Some take medications that change heart rate or blood pressure. Pushing through chest irregularities, pelvic pain, or dizziness is not bravery. It's training your body to associate intimacy with threat. How to skip it. Obey the internal traffic light. Red means stop now. Yellow means regulate with breath until you're green. And commit to a no-rush value. 3 slow breaths often reset the system more efficiently than forcing an outcome. Let's talk about what you gain when you commit to the ritual and skip those 3 risks. I'll keep each benefit distinct so you can easily remember them. Benefit 1. Better pelvic circulation. Hydration, breathing, and gentle warm-up increase blood flow to the tissues that need it most. You'll feel more reliable response, less uncomfortable fullness afterward, and a calm warmth in the region instead of edgy tension. Think of your ankles and hips as on-ramps for capillary highways. When they move, traffic flows. Benefit 2. Preserve skin sensitivity. Correct lubrication and gentle pressure protect the tiny nerve endings that give you refined sensation. Protected skin feels more with less effort. You'll discover that intelligence in touch replaces brute force without reducing satisfaction. Benefit 3. Nervous system balance. Diaphragmatic breathing and intelligent pauses keep you out of chronic fight or flight. In that calmer state, your brain processes sensations more fully and pleasantly. You don't need to chase intensity, you allow clarity. Benefit 4. Confidence. Solo and with a partner. A body that feels safe is a body that shows up with calm assurance. When your self-care is built on protection and listening, trust naturally extends to shared moments. Confidence in the couple begins with confidence in yourself. Benefit 5. Fewer future discomforts. Avoiding dry friction and device misuse is preventive health. Less irritation today means fewer worrisome sensations tomorrow. The body that isn't punished doesn't brace, and a relaxed body responds more consistently. Benefit 6. Emotional hygiene. A quiet closing ritual trains the mind to associate intimacy with safety and completion. Over time, that dissolves anticipatory anxiety and replaces it with steady expectation. Safety breeds confidence. Confidence supports vitality. Benefit 7. Longevity synergy. Healthy circulation, pressure modulation, respectful pacing, and recovery aren't just intimate habits. They're longevity habits. They harmonize with heart health, joint comfort, and overall vitality in the long run. Now let's bring in the pelvic floor, the unsung hero. You don't need long workouts. You need a tiny, functional micro-routine that teaches your brain to activate and release on demand. A 60-second pelvic micro-routine. Sitting or standing, inhale and soften your belly. As you exhale, do a gentle pelvic contraction for 1 second. Imagine briefly stopping a stream of urine, then let go fully. Repeat 6 to 8 times. Finish with 3 slow belly breaths, allowing the perineum to relax as you inhale. This teaches dosage, the ability to contract lightly and then truly release. A pelvic floor that knows both actions protects circulation and sensation. Ergonomics matter too. Avoid firm seating for long periods before your routine. If you've been cycling, gift your perineum a few hours off the saddle first. When seated, place your weight on your sight bones, not directly on the soft center. If you often work at a desk, set a recurring timer for a 2-minute movement break every hour. Stand, roll your ankles, circle your hips, shake your hands. This simple habit is preventive medicine for pelvic circulation. Let's weave in everyday nutrition and sleep Because intimate well-being is part of whole body well-being. Aim for a plate with color and healthy fats that support blood vessels. Leafy greens, beets, olive oil, avocado, nuts, and seeds. Add berries or pomegranate for polyphenols. If you enjoy cocoa, choose real dark chocolate with a high cocoa content and keep portions modest. Hydrate through the day rather than chugging at night. And prioritize sleep consistency, regular bed and wake times. Sleep regulates hormones that support vitality, mood, and circulation. A steady sleep window is a superpower after 50. Movement is the other pillar you can control. You don't need heroic workouts. You need rhythm. A daily walk, some stairs, light resistance, and mobility for hips and ankles. 2 short walks of 10 minutes after meals help glucose control and microcirculation. Gentle squats or sit-to-stands build leg pumps that assist pelvic blood flow. Think minimum effective dose done consistently. If you take medications, especially those affecting blood pressure, mood, or hormones, notice how timing influences your energy and circulation. Some men feel better with self-care earlier in the day. Others prefer late afternoon when stiffness has eased. There's no universal rule. Listen. Track what works in a small notebook for a week. Patterns appear quickly when you examine them with curiosity rather than judgment. Let me share a few brief, inspiring examples. Each adds a new angle you can borrow. Case 1. Daniel, 63. Desk job, 8 hours seated, occasional cycling on weekends. He often felt numbness afterward and assumed it was age. He moved his self-care away from cycling days, added a soft cushion for desk work, and set hourly 2-minute movement breaks. He also started the 60-second pelvic routine every evening. In 2 weeks, he reported steady warmth instead of numbness and a calmer, more reliable response. The lesson, spacing and ergonomics can be more powerful than intensity. Case 2, Luis, 58. He rushed, gripping hard, with a habit of breath holding. He adopted the internal traffic light and the 3-pause rule, every minute, 1 breath and a shoulder shake. He swapped dry friction for a water-based product because he wanted easy cleanup. He discovered that lighter touch plus cadence actually increased sensation. The lesson? The nervous system rewards rhythm and oxygen more than force. Case 3, Martin, 72. On medications for blood pressure and sleep, he worried that his natural changes meant he was failing. He reframed his practice as circulation training. He started sipping water earlier, added a daily salad with arugula and beet slices, and walked 10 minutes after dinner. He chose afternoon self-care when he felt warmest. Within a month, his confidence rose simply because discomfort fell away. The lesson: schedule and plate composition quietly amplify vitality. Case 4. Omar, 67. Curious about devices, he bought a constriction ring online and wore it too tight for too long. He felt tingling and saw color changes. He stopped immediately, took a week off to let irritation subside, and rebuilt with the 7-step routine only. He later consulted a professional before considering any device again. The lesson: skipping risky shortcuts protects long-term well-being. Case 5. Raphael, 55. Perfectionist by nature, he felt anxious about outcomes. He made the closing ritual non-negotiable. 3 breaths, warm rinse, gentle pelvic contractions, water. He also wrote 1 sentence in a notebook after each session. What felt safe today? In 3 weeks, anxiety transformed into a quiet competence. The lesson: ending well teaches the brain to expect safety next time. You may be wondering about frequency. There isn't a universal prescription. Your best frequency is the one that keeps your body comfortable, your mind calm, and your day energized, not depleted. The internal traffic light helps you self-titrate. Green days invite practice, yellow days call for shorter, gentler sessions, and red days invite rest. This is how mature well-being looks. Responsive, not rigid. Let's add a short checklist you can memorize. Water sips first. 3 belly breaths. Warm hands, warm hips. Cushion, tall spine, soft jaw. Lubrication before friction. Gentle cadence, brief pauses. Soft close, 3 breaths, rinse, release. If you only remember one thing today, let it be this: safety amplifies sensitivity. When your body trusts you, it gives you more warmth, more clarity, more consistency. That is the quiet secret of intimacy in the mature years. Now, a few practical FAQs, each with a precise, non-repeating answer. What if I have mild prostate discomfort after sitting all day? Preempt congestion. Take 2 5-minute walking breaks morning and afternoon. Use the warm-up from step 4 before any routine. If discomfort persists, space your self-care to days with less sitting. And consider a reclining position that reduces perineal pressure. What if medications lower my energy? Test timing. Try sessions at your natural peak, often mid-morning or late afternoon. Layer in the nitric oxide foods earlier in the day and keep hydration steady. Small changes in timing often yield big changes in comfort. What if I feel anxious starting? Begin with only steps 1 through 3 for a week. Train your traffic light and your breath first. When calm becomes familiar, add steps 4 to 7. Building in layers is the fastest route to confidence. Can I combine this with light strength training? Absolutely. Hip hinges, sit-to-stands, and calf raises are perfect companions. They improve microcirculation and tissue resilience. Keep strength work separate from your intimate routine. Different sessions, same day is fine, to avoid fatigue or strain. What about supplements? Think food first. Greens, beets, berries, pomegranate, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and real dark cocoa belong on your plate. If you explore supplements, do so thoughtfully and in conversation with a professional who knows your medications and history. The simplest path is usually the most sustainable. Remember the 3 risks you can skip: dry friction and heavy grip, unguided device use, and pushing through cardiovascular warnings. Keep the 7 steps close. Let your practice be an act of kindness toward your future self, and let your maturity be the season where you stop rushing and start listening, because the body you have right now is ready to meet you with warmth when you meet it with care.